Have you ever wondered why Halloween, a celebration that seems so harmless and fun, causes so much controversy among Christians? It might seem shocking, but this celebration, which many see as just an opportunity to dress up and collect candy, hides a dark and complex history. We are talking about a tradition that, at its core, has roots in practices that glorify fear, death, and the occult. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Many Christians, without realizing it, end up getting involved in a real deception by participating in this event. If you want to know whether it's possible to celebrate Halloween innocently and still honor your faith, this video will reveal everything. Get ready to question everything you knew about Halloween, history and evolution of Halloween. Halloween, as we know it today, has deep roots that go back to the ancient Celts, a people who lived in the regions of Ireland, England, and France over 2,000 years ago. They celebrated the festival of Samhain, a rite marking the end of summer and the beginning of winter, a time when they believed the veil between the world of the living and the dead was thinnest. It's interesting to see how this celebration, initially tied to respect and fear for the dead, has been shaped over the centuries into a date associated with candy, pranks, and unfortunately, a lot of deception. Over the years, Halloween has undergone various transformations, absorbing influences from other cultures and religions. When Christianity spread across Europe, many pagan traditions were incorporated into Christian celebrations, such as All Saints' Day on November 1st. This process of syncretism resulted in a celebration that, although it retained some of its ancient practices, came to be seen in a new light. However, behind this apparent innocence, there still lies a deep connection with the occult, something that few perceive, but that represents a true deception. Today, Halloween is one of the most popular dates in countries like the United States, but its evolution has distanced it so much from its origins that many are unaware of its true meaning. Commercialization has turned this ancient celebration into a global event, with costumes, decorations, and themed parties generating billions in revenue. However, it is important to remember that, although it may seem like simple fun, this celebration carries elements that can divert attention from what truly matters, being a subtle form of deception that, disguised as entertainment, permeates the lives of many. Spiritual impact of Halloween practices. The practices associated with Halloween, such as wearing macabre costumes, dark decorations, and horror movies, are not as harmless as they seem. There is a spiritual dimension that is often ignored, a true deception that draws people into a celebration that glorifies fear and the occult. When someone wears a costume that represents evil or decorates their home with symbols of death, even if it's for fun, they are inadvertently connecting with energies that can negatively influence their spirit. Entertainment, in this context, becomes a trap that distracts from values that really matter. The spiritual influence of these practices is profound and can affect how Christians perceive the world around them. Participating in a party that glorifies the dark can open doors to negative influences, a form of deception that often goes unnoticed. For example, horror movies, which are so popular during this time, not only instill fear but also normalize the supernatural, leading many to become desensitized to the real evil that exists. It's a dangerous game where what seems like just fun can actually weaken faith and spirituality. What's more alarming is that this deception is often accepted without question, even by those who consider themselves firm in their faith. The idea that there's nothing wrong with participating in these practices is one of Halloween's greatest spiritual traps. It's vital for Christians to be alert and understand that not everything that is popular or culturally acceptable is spiritually safe. Instead of engaging in these practices, it's important to seek alternatives that strengthen faith and protect the spirit from the negative influences Halloween can bring. Christian alternatives to Halloween. In light of the negative spiritual implications of Halloween, many Christians seek alternatives that align with their values and beliefs. One of these alternatives is Harvest Night, a celebration that focuses on gratitude and the blessings received throughout the year. Instead of macabre costumes and scary themes, this celebration can include games, music, and activities that exalt goodness and generosity, creating a healthy and uplifting environment for the whole family. This way, the trap of deception is avoided, and a culture of celebration that honors the Christian faith is promoted. Another popular alternative is organizing events based on biblical values, such as worship nights, themed Bible studies, or saints' parties, where children can dress up as biblical characters. These events not only offer a safe and fun option but also educate children about important figures of the faith, encouraging them to follow good examples. This type of engagement not only avoids participation in Halloween but also strengthens the Christian community, creating bonds that resist external influences and the deception of the secular world. For Christians who prefer a more introspective approach, Halloween night can be an opportunity for prayer and meditation. Dedicating this time to reflect on life, pray for spiritual protection, and seek discernment can be a powerful alternative to the deception that Halloween represents. Moreover, these spiritual practices reinforce the connection with God and help maintain focus on what really matters, preparing the spirit to face the pressures and challenges that arise during this period. How to handle social pressure during Halloween. The social pressure to participate in Halloween festivities can be intense, especially for those who wish to remain faithful to their Christian principles. It is common for friends, co-workers, and even family members to encourage participation in themed parties or events, often using the argument that it's just a joke. However, it is crucial to recognize that giving in to this pressure can lead to a compromise of one's own values. Here, the real deception lies in the attempt to normalize something that, in essence, goes against the Christian faith. One of the most effective ways to handle this pressure is to be transparent about your beliefs and values. Expressing respectfully but firmly why you choose not to participate in these celebrations can not only reduce the pressure, but also open up space for meaningful dialogues about faith and spirituality. Instead of feeling isolated or embarrassed, see this as an opportunity to witness your faith and perhaps inspire others to reconsider their participation in Halloween. The strength to resist the deception of conformity comes from the certainty that your values are not for sale. For those who feel that simply saying no is not enough, it is possible to offer alternatives to Halloween events. Organizing a family gathering, a dinner, or even a movie night that reflects positive and spiritual themes can be an enjoyable way to spend the evening without giving in to social pressure. By taking this stance, you not only protect yourself from the deception that can come disguised as fun, but you also provide a meaningful experience aligned with Christian principles. The role of Christian parents in educating about Halloween. Christian parents play a fundamental role in educating their children about the true meaning of Halloween and the reasons why choosing not to participate in these festivities can be a wise decision. From an early age, it is important for children to understand that not all cultural celebrations are compatible with the Christian faith. Explaining clearly and age-appropriately that Halloween, despite seeming like harmless fun, carries a history and practices that contradict biblical teachings, is an effective way to protect little ones from the deception that surrounds this celebration. Besides educating, parents can also create strategies to deal with the external pressure that children face in environments like school, where Halloween is widely celebrated. A practical approach is to prepare children to respond confidently and respectfully when questioned about their absence from Halloween activities. Encouraging participation in alternative activities, such as community service projects or Christian events, not only offers a healthy outlet for children's energy but also reinforces family values. This way, parents help avoid the deception that can arise when children feel they are missing out by not participating. Finally, it is essential that parents be present and serve as living examples of the principles they wish to teach. Showing that it is possible to celebrate life, faith, and community in ways that glorify God, without succumbing to secular traditions, is a powerful lesson that children will carry into adulthood. By providing a welcoming and safe environment where children feel supported and understood, parents ensure that their children grow up with a solid faith, immune to the deception and temptations that the world presents. The influence of media on Halloween perception. The media plays a powerful role in shaping how Halloween is perceived and celebrated, especially when it comes to younger audiences. Television shows, movies, and even advertising campaigns shape the view that Halloween is a fun and harmless celebration, which often masks its true nature. This glamorization of the macabre is a subtle but effective form of deception, leading people to ignore the spiritual implications of their actions. The media, by turning Halloween into a spectacle of entertainment, contributes to the normalization of themes that, at any other time of year would be considered inappropriate. Horror movies, which become especially popular during October, are a clear example of how the media distorts the perception of Halloween. These films not only promote fear as a form of entertainment, but also glorify the supernatural and the occult, desensitizing the audience to what is truly dangerous. For Christians, it is crucial to recognize that these products of pop culture are more than just fun. They are tools of deception that can lead people away from spiritual truth. Avoiding the consumption of such content and instead seeking films and programs that uplift and inspire is a way to resist this negative influence. Besides movies, advertising and social media also have a significant impact on how Halloween is celebrated. Costume, decoration, and party ads create social pressure for everyone to participate, making it seem like the celebration is inevitable. However, it is important to remember that this pressure is a media construct, a deception designed to generate profit at the expense of spiritual values. By being aware of these influences and choosing content that reflects their values, Christians can protect themselves from the traps of the media and keep their faith intact, even in times of intense cultural pressure. Now that you know the true story and implications of Halloween, the question remains, what will you do with this information? Is it worth continuing to participate in a celebration that, no matter how fun it seems, carries such a heavy spiritual burden? Think about the choices you make and how they reflect your values and your faith. Don't let the deception of easy entertainment take you away from what really matters. If this content made you reflect, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to keep learning more about topics that impact your spiritual life. Let's seek together a life that glorifies God in every aspect.